Now, someone requested that I share my settings for each character or an Overwatch, and I was going to originally just do the DPS characters, but I thought, okay, well, I might as well do all of them. Now, my general sensitivity goes something a little bit like this. You've got 75 horizontal, 60 vertical, and if you go down to advanced, you've got 80% aim ease in and 90% aim smoothing. I don't know what this is. Don't really know what half of these settings do. I only know what 3 of them do, which is vertical sensitivity, horizontal sensitivity, and aim assist easing. Now, Doomfist, Junker Queen, Mauga, Orisa, Ramatra, Sigma, Monkey, Hamster, and Zarya all follow the exact same pattern as my general settings, so they are no different. The only 2 other tanks that are different are Hog, who has a little bit of adjustment to its horizontal sensitivity down to 60, and Diva, which has aim smoothing for some odd reason set to 92, and 55 horizontal and vertical, just because I cannot aim with this. Now this is where it gets interesting, because my DPS sensitivity is different for a lot of characters. Ashe is pretty standard. My crosshair, I don't even know. I don't really know how to edit crosshairs, but I play with just the normal thing. Bastion, pretty self-explanatory as well. I don't think anything's different on Bastion. Crosshairs, every single setting the same. This also goes for Junkrat, Mei, Sim, and Soldier. For Cass, I have something a little bit different. My vertical sensitivity is turned up to 75, meanwhile my aim smoothing is down to 96. I increased it a little bit because I start missing shots when my aim smoothing is way too low. For Echo, I can't hit my shots while I'm flying around, so 50 and 50 for vertical and horizontal, with all the other settings being the same. Genji, the only thing I have changed is the crosshairs, and that's pretty much it. Hanzo, I have both settings modified a little bit, but now he shoots slogs anyway, so I don't think it really matters what sensitivity he uses. He's going to be broken either way. 80, 75, and everything else is the same. Pharah, I play with 91 aim smoothing and a circle crosshair. Everything else is pretty much the same. Reaper, I also only play with a circle crosshair. There's nothing else different. Sojourn, I've gone for a rather low setting in order to actually hit my laser gun shots. So 55 horizontal, 50 vertical. Crosshair is a little bit modified, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh no, the aim assist easing is down to 50. Don't know why I edited that. Haven't got a clue what it does. Sombra, for some weird reason when I go out of invis I start missing every shot, so the horizontal sensitivity is down to 55, and there's nothing else different in advanced. Torb, for the shotgun mode, 50-50. You don't really need to hit flicks with him, so everything else stays the same. Tracer, I've gone for a little bit bigger of a split, 80 on the horizontal, 40 on the vertical, and nothing else different on advanced. My crosshair is a little bit bigger than on other characters, but other than that, everything else is the same. And finally, Widow, the only thing that changes is the dot, and the aim assist easing and the aim smoothing. The aim smoothing is the lowest on Widowmaker, because if I turn my aim smoothing up, this is what ends up happening. This is awkward. Now with Widow, what I like doing is I like to play with a little bit of a flick on every end of my shot, so that's why I play with a 98 aim smoothing. This allows me to do that. I don't know why I aim like that. It ends up backfiring half the time, as you just saw there, but it works most of the time.
No.
Now we start off with Ana, and Ana is pretty unique in the world of supports. So my normal sensitivity is 70-60, which is a little bit different from the original, and my aim smoothing is a little bit lower than normal, but that's just to help me, still flick onto people a little bit. The second setting that you want to adjust is your hero abilities. Now, my friendly aim assist strength is only 30%, which means that my scope locks onto my teammates a lot less than it does on my enemies. Now let me show you what happens when you put it to 100. You see how my scope is following this motherfucker as I'm trying to aim somewhere else. Now this is what's going to happen. Your scope is going to try to follow your teammate wherever you're aiming. If I go slowly, it's going to stay on my teammate. Oh, come on, bro, really? Oh, fuck you. And you as well. Now, if I walk left, you can see my scope twisting slightly to the right, trying to adjust to my teammate. Now, let me show you what happens when I have both of those settings turned off. Now, this is what happens when you have 30% aim assist and no aim recovery. As you can see, my scope barely even moves with my teammate as I'm aiming somewhere. Now what this allows me to do is heal someone and then not worry about having to hit them again because my scope readjusts to their position, and that allows me to DPS more easily. The last setting is relative aim sensitivity while zoomed, so obviously my outward sensitivity is a lot higher, my inside is a lot lower, so I don't just miss every single shot. BAP is not really very exciting. I've got 70 on vertical sensitivity and nothing else is different. Brig, there's nothing different other than the reticle. Illari, there is nothing difficult other than the reticle. For Kiriko, there is nothing different other than the reticle. For Lifeweaver, there is nothing different other than the reticle. For Lucio, nothing is different other than the reticle. For Mercy, nothing is different other than the reticle. And Zen, nothing is different other than the reticle. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in another video. Peace out.